Hey folks, I'm gonna make a video here on this passenger side fender. So I needed to get the Pentastar off this car because it had lost its foil. And I'm gonna replace it, but I'm gonna try to help people out here and see if I can get a quick measurement. You can see, I took pictures of this the other day. It's super hard with one hand, but I don't have video shit, you know? So as I'm trying to measure the center of the hole here, I'll do this kind of just holding the camera and looking at the tape measure so I get accurate. From the bottom bend in the fender to the center of the big hole, it looks like it's just over 5¼ inches. Just over. I mean, you'll be close no matter. Into the wheel lip molding, it's just about exactly 5 inches. The little hole center from there is, what's that? I can't look at it. 4¾ maybe, just under 4¾ I'm sure you saw that. And then for the little hole up, let's see. Did I get the little hole as well? This is confusing. It's hard to do all at the same time, but bear with me. 4¾ did I say that? To the center of that one. And to the center-ish of that locator hole, it's just over 5 and... Oh my God, this is difficult. It's just over 5¼ It's a little more, obviously, you can see. Anyway, this car had lost the stud on the back, so I don't know if they used some type of adhesive or what, but to get that off, I took the inner thing out. I forget what you call that. Well, I'm gonna talk about that in a second. I was able to use a fairly heavy grit grinding disc on the back of my 90-degree air grinder. This is a 120. It was an 80 grit. But if you're very careful and slow, you can grind all that plastic down until it breaks. And I was able to just break it off without touching the paint and stuff. I'm gonna have to grind on this fender anyway though, because as you can see in there, it's dirty. Under these circles, there's some imperfection there, right? My body guy says he thinks that's rust underneath, but I'm not so sure I think so. I think it might have been a dent, because we're gonna look in here. Oh, there they are. Bondo noodles. So apparently that's super old school. Now, what I really wanted to make this video for is, if you guys have watched my channel, you know I've said this car has only got 52,000 miles on it originally. Not 152, but really 52. So I took this inner fender shield out yesterday, and this is what it looks like, 52,000 miles. I've owned this car since 1995, so that's like 26 years, I think. So I mean, look at that. That's basically unmolested inner fender stuff. There's the antenna. I'm not sure how much of this they took apart when they did paint it one time, but this car comes out of North Carolina. Like I said, in '95 I bought it. It's never been exposed to salt except for the trip home in January. We dollied it back from North Carolina in a day, and it snowed in Pennsylvania up through New York. I don't know how much salt they were using at the time though, but I'm sure it was some, but the car didn't seem to rust out or anything because of it. It's only been exposed to outside weather one winter, January to I don't know when it stops up here, May of one year. And that's what precipitated all this rust in the trunk, because the back window in this car leaks a little bit, which is never gonna get fixed by me, because I'm not gonna do that. Because it's rusty under there, the back window's always leaked, so it's just not gonna seal, and I can't fix all that. And other than that, it's been washed maybe 25 times when I drove it and stuff. And then, you know, every year I try to wash it. We'll give you a time frame on this thing. I don't know, I'll hold this up and see if you can read those on that dusty window. So that's 1995 tech inspection from ESTA in Cicero, New York. 2006 and 2007. The last time I raced this. So, I don't know how many runs I even have on this thing. 30? Not a lot. But the fastest run I ever made was 11:01 at 121. Same block as in it's now, same transmission. It was a high compression 440, almost 13:1. Same Indy heads, same max wedge porting, different intake manifold, different carburetor, different cam. It was an actually 440 cubic inch engine. This is 493 now. Basically, I wanted to be more useful, so I lowered the compression and just increased the stroke and gave it some extra torque. So now I can run it on pump premium. So yeah, I thought you'd like to see the inside of that fender. You can see how little rust there is. For whatever reason, they drilled those out. I don't know if I can get you to focus on this because of the lighting and shit. The little drill through skags or broke throughs, or I don't know what you call that, drill shrapnel fender pieces there. You can see they're still barely rusted. All right, later guys.